Today marks the 10th anniversary of my first ever YouTube video. I know that technically my channel was created on January 1st, 2008 instead, but I have no idea what happened in the first 7 months of its life, so nowadays I just roll with July 23rd as this channel's official birthday. That being said, I'd like to take this chance to just thank all of you watching on this channel. Whether you've joined in since the early years or are just new to the channel, I really hope you can continue to look forward to all the different stuff I do. You know, when you usually hear a YouTuber celebrating their 10th anniversary, it typically means they've started trying to produce videos since their high school or college days. But I started this channel when I was 9 years old as just another one of those video dumping grounds for my child self on YouTube, never expecting to gain any views at all from the outside world. I even memorialized my first ever subscriber when it happened in 2009. Roblox fan 9099, wherever you are, I salute you. I consider myself very lucky to have all of you watching, and I want to sincerely thank you guys once more. Your support means a lot to me. Anyway, I've kinda detailed on how my current and future direction of the channel came to be in my 10,000 subscriber video, so if you want to know more about that, I'm just gonna redirect you to that video. But considering it is the 10th anniversary of my YouTube channel, I wanted to do something a bit special. So I took to Twitter and had some of you ask me questions about my YouTube channel, and I'm going to answer them here. Now I'm going to focus more on the meatier and interesting questions, but I'll also throw in a fun question in there once in a while. Oh, and for consistency's sake, I'm going to refer to you guys by your Twitter usernames instead of your profile names. So without further ado, here goes! I guess there's no place to start than the obvious. A lot of people have asked me, why is your name Akfamilyhome? To be honest, I have no clue. I've tried to look for evidence of me using this name before my YouTube channel even existed, and the usage of this name dates all the way back to 2006, which at the time, I was 6 years old, so I have no idea. Maybe this YouTube channel was actually created for uploading family videos at first. I have no idea, basically. I guess I could give like a little bit more detail, but that will have to go into my private life, so I'd rather not talk about that at the moment. RN Jesus asks, how do you feel after 10 years? Do you feel changed? Well, in terms of, personality and stuff like that, I definitely feel like I've changed since, I was a child back when this channel started. But in terms of my hobbies and stuff, I don't think they've actually changed that much. I still like the same Nintendo games as before. So there's that. Ethan64Music asks, which of your older videos do you feel still holds up to this day? Well, that depends on your definition of older video. Like, if I were to pick from a video that is before 2013, for example, I would probably pick one of those Paper Mario Sticker Star guide videos, for example the one where I beat the final boss without Kirby, because I actually did like Paper Mario Sticker Star a bit back in the day, and the guide videos I actually made for that game were some of the ones that actually started to gain popularity, so I actually do have Paper Mario Sticker Star to thank for my channel growth, interestingly enough. But if I try to limit myself to videos that came out before the 3DS was released in March of 2011, well, I guess I could say that I was making guide videos on Mario 64 and Galaxy 2, so those technically still hold up, but that would be cheating. So I guess there isn't much else to pick besides the Mario 64 blooper-like videos I made during 2009. I mean, they didn't exactly hold up well, but I feel like they actually captured the state of early YouTube quite perfectly. With the whole 10 FPS N64 recording, the unregistered Hypercam 2, the Windows Movie Maker editing. I mean, that wasn't ironic back then, it was just all the tools I had at the time. So basically, I had created a relic of YouTube's past, so that actually still means quite a lot to me. The Matthew Smart asks, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? It's a tie between rum, raisin, and lychee. Flippy Cookie asks, what was your thoughts on when you joined YouTube? I mean, if I had a time machine, I could travel back to my past and ask like 9-year-old me what I thought about YouTube. That would be neat, but unfortunately, we do not have the technology yet, so there you go. The Real Nerdy Fox asks, what program do you use to make your videos? I edit my videos using Adobe Premiere. Before that, I was using Video Studio, and before that, I was using Windows Movie Maker, so quite a big leap. Zafans asks, why did you choose the pink bonbon? It's a bonbon buddy. Thank you. For your channel icon. I played a lot of Mario 64 back in the day, even if it's just on an N64 emulator, and it was basically one of my favorite games of all time. And Bonbon Buddies just happened to be one of those species in that game that I really liked, because bonbons are these little cute little creatures like these spears on walking legs, and I just find them to be, they're good guys and they're cute, so what's not to love about them? And then in 2010, Nintendo released Super Mario Galaxy 2, and then they brought back Bob-omb Buddies along with the Throwback Galaxy. That was pretty much the first time I experienced nostalgia in a Nintendo title, so that really kind of stuck to me, and I chose, and one of my first avatars I chose was artwork of a Bob-omb Buddy from that game, so it just kind of evolved, and now I have this avatar. Glummy9 asks, what made you want to create funny Windows errors? That's a good question. I have no idea why no one has asked me that until this point, because I do have a bit of a story to tell about this first video of mine. So back in the day when I was a child, I was extremely fascinated with computers. Like, I was basically learning how to use Windows at the age of 6, trying to like write and print short stories in Word, making animations in PowerPoint, or you know, drawing pictures in Microsoft Paint and then putting them together in Windows Movie Maker to make like a little short little comic. It's like it's basically stuff like that. And I suppose that like one day I just thought like, hey, would it be cool if I like made these little fake little Windows errors and then like put them together in Windows Movie Maker and then uploaded them onto YouTube or something like that? I guess that's basically how it came to be. And I wasn't aware of anything like, you know, the error message generators back in the day. So nearly all of the error messages you see in the first video are just crappily edited with Paint, which I just find is like really funny. But yeah, that's how it came to be. Dasher Wright asks, what's the reason you use classes? I'm a short-sighted person, have been since 2007. Squishy Pixels asks, how long does it take you to do these Warrior Word DIY remixes? Or covers, basically. Well, because I have no sense of what kind of work to prioritize on in my personal life, sometimes I just finish these in a day. Or around 2 days at max or something like that. And if I feel like a project's not working out, I just throw it into purgatory. There's probably just some unfinished projects lying around as we speak. Luminary Emily asks, what has inspired you to continue on to make videos to this day? I think I've mentioned this before, but most of the stuff I like to watch on YouTube consists of reviews, retrospectives, and video essays and stuff like that. I just really like their nature of being entertaining while also providing interesting information at the same time, so they can be videos you watch over and over again and you still won't get tired of them. So these videos basically inspired me to talk about topics I find interesting in much of the same style, so that's how basically the core videos came to be. I guess this leads nicely into Cookie Fonster asking, who are your biggest inspirations in making videos? Well, I've actually posted before a small selection of YouTube content creators that I look forward to regularly on Twitter, so here you go, use it as a reference or check out some of these people. These are all cool dudes, they're awesome. Mr. Dr. Professor Shocky asks, what's your favorite game system, handheld or console? I'm gonna have to hand it to the 3DS, like it basically dominated the majority of my life. I got my first 3DS when I was graduating elementary school, and now I'm in my second year of college. I'm still looking forward to games being released for this thing. This thing is nuts. Like, I don't care what you think about Nintendo supporting the 3DS in 2019 and beyond. You have to admit that even if you put the Switch into the picture, the 3DS is still like the definitive Nintendo handheld experience. Like, the game library for this is just massive. And if you still haven't bought one in this day and age, there's like no better time. Spiriot asks, do you still play Meme Run for guilty pleasure? No. Cheeky Chuffers01 asks, have you traveled anywhere out of Hong Kong? I've been to a few places once or twice, like Japan, Taiwan, Korea, Malaysia, mainland China, just to name a few. I haven't been to America though. Lone AW215 asks, have you ever thought of stopping doing YouTube videos? Well, no, in fact, I feel like I'm just getting started, so look forward to that. Dynamoto asks, how did you come to start being involved with Sivagunner? I'd love to hear what you have to say in more detail, let alone your own personal words. I mean, we all know Sivagunner as a meme channel at this point in time, but back in the day I actually thought the high quality riffs were really neat. It was basically my first time seeing the audio remixing / mashup community of YouTube. So I first got inspired by Broadcast, shoutouts by the way, to create some high quality rip-esque stuff in Warrior Word DIY since it features like a extensive music editor. And then I just started to look up and self-learn how to make these high quality riffs on my own, while learning quite a bit about digital audio workstations by the way. And then I submitted them to Sivagunner around June, not expecting to be invited, but then I did in July, so that happened. It was basically my first time interacting with a pre-established community on YouTube, as well as creating content for a larger audience. and I met a lot of really great people. Like, most of the team are just basically nice people who I share a common interest of video games with. So it was really fun to just, share stuff with each other and, learn from each other. So whatever you think about Siva Gunner today, I still have it to thank for introducing me to one of my first ever internet communities. Slashy asks, what's the best thing that's happened towards your channel? I basically have to say the core videos. I mean, they just basically give me a lot of opportunities to practice my video editing skills, and at the same time allows me to cover some more topics that I probably wouldn't have been able to cover if I was just a guy putting a camera in front of a 3DS and talking like an idiot. So yeah, I really like the direction that the core videos are taking nowadays. Hylian Shroom asks, what was your first ever Kirby game? I remember playing Amazing Mirror on a GBA emulator a long time ago. I think that was my first Kirby game. Although if you meant the first Kirby game I actually bought, that would be Triple Deluxe. Jyosak asks, what's your favorite core video that you've done? Don't make me choose! Just kidding. I am going to have to say that it's a tie between my Virtual Boy and Pablo Belmont video. Both of these videos are on topics that I find interesting to talk about. And while of course there's no shortage of videos online that talk about the Virtual Boy, I tried taking a unique approach to my video instead of just basically reinforcing how crappy the Virtual Boy was, and I think it turned out pretty well. After that, some decent video editing and some jokes, and I feel like these are some of my favorite core videos so far. The Bacon Strip asks, what got you into Rhythm Heaven? Now this is actually fascinating since before 2016, I didn't really know what a Rhythm Heaven is. I mean, I kind of knew that a game called Rhythm Heaven Fever existed. It got a puzzle swap panel on the 3DS, but other than that I didn't really pay that much attention to it. And then in 2015, Rhythm Heaven Megamix got announced in Japan. And then I was kind of like, this Rhythm Heaven game looks interesting, but I have no idea what it's about. And then some people told me it's like WarioWare but as a rhythm game. And I was kind of like, what? I love WarioWare! So I started playing the previous games in the series and now I'm a big fan. And finally, Fafo6 asks, what advice can you give to content creators looking to start up a YouTube channel? I think one of the most important things is to basically love what you create. Like, even if you look back at your content in a few years and think, oh, what I made wasn't that good, you have to enjoy creating and putting out content in the first place regardless of whatever tools you have. Make the videos that you want to see. This sort of passion is what motivates me to create. And of course, I think it's also equally important to get involved with the community. In an age where everyone is trying to be a YouTuber, it can be hard to get your work out there. So go out and get in touch with the creators you love, get inspiration from them, and find a community that you can share your creations with. No channel on YouTube suddenly grows overnight, and it's absolutely something that you have to work slowly towards. Heck, that's what I've been doing for the past few years. Which is why it's important that you have a passion for creating and a desire to constantly improve and find things to hook your audience with. So that was my quick 2 cents. And I guess that's it for now. I've answered quite a bit of questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted their questions, and hopefully here's to 10 more years of this channel. While for the past few weeks I've been busy dealing with a bit of college work, I do have some interesting projects in the pipeline, so I really hope you look forward to future announcements. So hopefully I'll catch you guys later in my next video. Have a nice day, and MVBBY.